So, exalted Jupiter in your horoscope. What happens when Jupiter is exalted? And Jupiter is exalted in the sign of Cancer. Well, Jupiter, the reason why it's exalted in Cancer is because Jupiter is what? Jupiter is knowledge, wisdom, compassion, and uplifting everybody. Cancer is about emotions, it's about motherly nourishment. And mother is one of your teachers. She teaches you things. This is why Jupiter feels so close to the moon sign and the moon. Because the mother's nourishment and her teachings are the most important wisdom in anybody's life. And this is why Jupiter feels like, okay, I feel more comfortable here teaching people than any other sign. Because now Jupiter becomes a compassionate teacher. In certain signs, he becomes a strict teacher. He becomes a dull teacher. He becomes, chaotic teacher. But in Cancer, he becomes like a very, very, a nourished teacher. Like he wants to just teach you in a way that your mother taught you. And so he wants to instill the wisdom the best way possible. Okay. So in Cancer, what Jupiter does, it wants to change and uplift society for the better. And obviously Jupiter represents, marriage, children, wisdom, long distance travel, education, and also it's a significator of gains. So Jupiter wants to expand all of these things. However, don't think just because you have Excel Jupiter that you're going to get all the money in the world. It doesn't work that way because Jupiter's main job is to instill wisdom in you. Okay? In certain cases, it brings bad wisdom. In certain cases, brings good wisdom. Here, Jupiter brings you wisdom according to the house that it's ruling you. So if Jupiter is in Trikona houses, 1st, 5th, and 9th house, makes a person very learned type of a personality. This person loves education. He is very bright and brilliant in terms of learning, memorizing, and comprehending things. Okay, this placement brings everything like on time, like their children, their marriage, success in career. However, it may not necessarily mean a lot of wealth. It just means good enough wealth to run a family. If Jupiter is in Kendra, meaning this person can be one of those philanthropists, but more so people who wants to change economics of the world, because Jupiter represents finance as well. So here Jupiter wants to become that kind of like Brian Bernanke, the chairman of the Federal Reserve. He wants to, save the economy. He wants to better the economy. I don't know how is he doing that. Okay, I don't ask me that. Okay, but I'm just giving you a rhetorical example. But Jupiter wants to make all the society, the culture, come up. So Jupiter, however, in Kama houses brings a lot of wealth. Because Kama houses are houses of the fulfillment of your desires, which is house 3, 7, and 11. Houses of your hobbies and passion, your mate, your opposite, your husband and wife, your desire for them, and desire for incoming gains, the actual liquid money. And so this is where Jupiter really helps a person gain a lot of money. But remember, Saturn is the main head of making a person wealthy or not, because because your wealth depends upon your karma, your karmic log. Okay, and so when Saturn is well placed, and let's say Jupiter is neutral or bad, wealth comes. But when Jupiter is excelled but Saturn is bad, this is where you may be knowledgeable, you can be a PhD yet struggling for money. It's those situations where I've seen a lot, where a person is teaching at a university, making $60,000, $70,000 a year, especially in this country now. It's not enough. Some can't even find work for past 3-4 years, yet Jupiter is very well placed. It's in its own sign or excelled, but Saturn is not well placed. So Saturn and Venus are actually the two most important regarding wealth, but Jupiter is about wisdom, opportunity, and knowledge. See, Jupiter brings you opportunity. You can work in Wall Street, but will you make money in Wall Street is controlled by Saturn and Venus. So make sure of that, okay? So guys, this was my analysis on Jupiter Exalted. If you're new to my channel, subscribe above. And if you want to know more about astrology, check out my link below and check out my book, Astrology, the Speed of Light there. And once you get the book, I will send you the link to check your own chart, and your relatives and friends, they can check their chart. But make sure you follow the directions on my website. Otherwise, see you tomorrow.